Hey, Steampunk Star Raisin here, AverStreet.com. I wanted to talk about the Fiscal Cliff deal. There's a lot of misreporting in the media about how Barack Obama won this huge victory and increased taxes. Barack Obama did not increase taxes. The Bush tax cuts had already expired the 1st of January, and Barack Obama did not have to cave in to the Republicans. He could have done nothing. Once we reached the fiscal cliff, basically the Bush tax cuts expired, taxes would go up, and defense spending would go down, but Social Security and Medicare would not even be touched. But instead, what does he do? He actually, taxes went up when the law expired on January the 1st, and taxes went up for like a day or two, and then he passes this deal with the Republican Congress, and he technically cut taxes. He basically cost the tax cuts that Obama passed cost $4 trillion over 10 years. This is money that we could have easily used to repay the deficit. And if we had just gone back to the Clinton tax rates, we would have had no more deficit spending. We would have had a surplus spending, thus meaning we could have paid down on the deficit. This was just a waste of effort. I don't know why it was so hyped up in the media that, oh my God, we got to fear the fiscal cliff. Oh my God, the fiscal cliff. But it was just all much to do about nothing, because like I said, the way the law worked was that once we reached the debt ceiling, basically taxes would go up, defense spending would go down only slightly over 5 years. And hardly noticeable in our military, because we spend a lot of money on expensive weapons. We have about a $600 to $700 billion annual military budget, but if you throw in black ops and other classified stuff that's off the books, it's closer to about $1 trillion. And so I don't know, it just drives me nuts that I was hoping Obama would become a true progressive now that he was reelected and he didn't have to worry about reelection, because you can only serve 2 terms as president. But he really is more like a center-right Republican, like a moderate Republican, than he is a progressive or a Democrat, sadly. On foreign policy, he's very conservative with the drone strikes and assassination of Americans without trial and keeping Guantanamo Bay. And then fiscally, he's very conservative because he just cut taxes, and he keeps cutting taxes, and he keeps spending more on the military. And the only thing that Obama is liberal on, which is one reason why I preferred him over Mitt Romney, is that he is liberal on, he's pro-choice and he's pro-gay rights. So that's the only two positives about Barack Obama. But otherwise he's very, very conservative. He's not a true progressive. He's not a true Democrat. He's more like a center-right Republican. He's a Republican in Democratic clothing, and it just drives me nuts. I wish we could get a true progressive into office, but that'll never happen, because the powers that be, our corporate feudal lords, as you may have it, will make sure that anybody on both sides, before they even get the nomination, is going to be their puppet. And you can just see this with Barack Obama. He appointed Timothy Geithner, who used to work for Goldman Sachs, used to work for Wall Street, and basically he's surrounded by advisors that are like this, and it just, I don't know, it just drives me nuts. But anyway, just the fiscal cliff was much to do about nothing. It was a bunch of BS, a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me, and it's been overhyped. And Barack Obama is not a true progressive. He's a conservative. He's a moderate conservative. In other words, he's center-right. He's like a center-right Republican. But anyway, enough said. That was my stance on the fiscal cliff. This is Steampunk Star Raisin. You have a nice day, and I will see you 25 billion years. I will.